Hey everyone, it's Karen Scraps with Marianne's challenge, her second challenge for the Artsy Addicts group on Facebook, and it was to make your own scrapbook, paper, background. So here's what I did. It started off as a black piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and then I cut some paper, punched some paper, and use myths to create this spooky background. Those who know me know that I love Halloween. Not necessarily really the actual holiday as far as going around and that kind of thing, but I love making costumes for my son, and I love all the decorations that go with it. So here is, since everybody's doing Halloween already in August, hard to believe when it's 103, but here anyway is my my answer to the challenge, and I'll show you how this is done. Thanks. Hey guys, here's some of the punches that I used. There's some flower punches. You recognize the sort of the retro flower. I don't know what that one's called. It has that sort of funny shape with the brackets. The tickets. This is a Fisker's tag shape. I think that's the Stampin' Up! Designer label. And this is the Whale of a Punch by EK Success. That's also a ticket. Also here are the mists that I used. This is can you see that marshmallow? Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. The Silver Sugar. Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, and also some of the Maya Mist. And this is in the, can you read that, gold metallic mist? There, it's a little bit closer, or easier. Okay? Okay, so here's what we're starting off with. Just a 12 by 12 black piece of cardstock. This is textured. I think it'll still be okay. So here we go. Alright, so the first thing I'm layering on here, I didn't show this punch. It's the Martha Stewart, I think it's like an iron fence or wrought iron. It's not the puncher on the page one. It's the bigger one, because this one has those little bats in the iron. Okay, so I'm going to put those towards the bottom, because I want those more in the foreground, and I think I'll probably tilt that a little bit. Then the other thing, according to my sketch, that I wanted really dark was the tree. The tree I just hand cut. I just was looking at the Sizzix tree, cut it out. Then I had this Martha Stewart, or I'm sorry, EK Success, I think, punch, and then just had a little sliver, and I thought that looked kind of cool. I wanted the spider smaller, but I realized with the mist it probably wouldn't show up. And then I just hand cut some bats, which I originally was going to use the brackets that were in that one EK Success punch, the one with the 3 tickets. But what ends up happening is that they looked more like seagulls, so not too scary there. So all this is I put a little round head, an oval body, cut a little point out in his tail, 2 points in the head for ears, and then just did like one big mountain and then a bunch of little scallops on the bottom. And I'm thinking we could probably do this with a punch. You know how they do those punched things, punched animals, punch art with Stampin' Up. So here's my 3 bats. Put the biggest one closest, and then they'll look like they're fading out. Okay, so I'm gonna be misting shortly. All right, so here's the page with all the placement. I've done a little bit of misting. Okay, so there's the first layer. Alright, I'll let that dry and come back with the second layer. Okay, now this looks like a mess. Hopefully it won't be. This is an area where it's a reverse mask for where the clouds are going to be. And there's another one over here. I need them looking pretty wispy. Ignore that. That is going to be the moon later. And then you can see here is where the gravestone's on a hill. Okay, so I'm going to mist those again with the uh, Marshmallow, Tattered Angels, Glimmer. Alright, back from putting the calzones in the oven. And I'm gonna do some unveiling. It looks a little interesting. Can you see the moon? Alright, taking a bat away. Sorry, it's handheld. Another bat away. Oh, got just a little bit of, sorry, glue residue. Let me do this with the other hand. Maybe that'd be helpful. And then here's the other bat. I just used a little bit of the, you know, the repositionable. So, I needed the edges down. Obviously, I didn't do that here with the tree, so let's see what's going on with that. Not too much on that layer. Just taking off these, oops, sorry, magnets. Alright, sorry, this is hard to do, as many people have noticed. One-handed. Oh, ooh, okay. And then here's the fencing. Okay. Again, rubbing off some of that repositionable glue. Now here's the tree. So there we have it. Hoping with this angle you can see it. So I have this golden moon, a little bit of a cloud happening, got my bats, the tree, the foggy graveyard, and then this iron fencing. I know I can speak. One thing I didn't tell you when I did the iron fencing was I had broken apart or cut apart some of the iron pieces and then you know, crumpled up some of this so it looks more like a beat up wrought iron fence. So I'm liking that. What I can do is, of course I'm rushing this, I'm going to do a more detailed tutorial if anybody wants. I think the only thing I need left to do is perhaps put an embossed, once this is dry, I'll emboss the witch on there, the witch silhouette in black. I think that's the only way something that fine can show up, and I'll do maybe a little bit more highlighting with the cat eye. So I'll come back and show you that. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. It's Karen Scraps, and I really appreciate any comments that you might have, any suggestions, and certainly anybody who wants to see a more detailed tutorial. I'd be happy to do that. I noticed one thing I never covered was what I use those punches for, and outside of the wrought iron one, which I think I did actually explain, I just use those label punches and tag punches to create the shapes for the headstones. That's all that those are. So I hope that helps, and that it was helpful. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.